Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All Educational Videos and Tutorials, and in this video today we are going to learn what is Scratch costume. We have learned what sprite is in Scratch. It's an image which we use to create something on our screen for our game animation or whatever we make in Scratch. We have learned that we can use some sprites, some images from sprite library here if we click choose sprite, but now we have something which is called costume. So costume is also an image, a sprite, and some of you maybe are already confused. So okay, we have learned that sprite or image is something which we use for our games, so how can costume, something else, also be a sprite or image? The idea here is that you, for your games or animations, mostly for animations, you will need couple of similar images in a row, one after the other, to create illusion of some kind of movement or action. That's what animation is. And to create that, you need couple of similar images. Those similar images are called costumes, and the whole idea about them is to put them on one place, in one place, so that you can use them and manipulate them faster and easier, and that's the whole secret. So images or sprites which are similar and used one after another to create some kind of animation, action, movement on the screen are called costumes, and you can also create them on your own. If you create custom characters, custom images for your game, you will need to create custom sprites also, but because we have a sprite library here, we also have some kind of costumes here for some of the sprites, not all of them. Again, that's very important. Some of those sprites will have costumes, will have animations, but not all of them. To check out which one have costumes, which one have animation in it, all you have to do is put the mouse over the sprite, over the image, and wait for a second or two and see if something changes. If the sprite, if the images changes into something else, into some other image, then it means it has costumes, it has animation. So the one we have on the screen is cat. So let's check out for the cat first. I will just put the mouse over it. It's also called hover over your image with your mouse, and you can see how it looks like it moves, like it's animated. So this guy here, the cat, this sprite, it has costumes, it has animations. We have it already on the screen, so I don't have to edit one more time. But what I want to do is I want to check where and those costumes are and how I can see them in more details. To do that, go to your top left corner. You have three tabs there: code, costumes, and sounds. Click on the costumes and you can see the big image of this sprite, the cat, which you can edit and change into whatever you like. But on the left side it says costume 1, and below it it says costume 2. So if I click on costume 2, check out how it changes on the screen, but also here in this big screen for editing sprites. So we have two sprites, two images, one after another, costume 1 and costume 2. So you can see that they are called that way, costume 1, costume 2, which is great, so you can always find fast and easy whatever you need. It is very important to name your costumes that way, so you can later, if you have lots of those, you can later find whatever you need easily. So for example, you can also name them, like instead of costume 1 and 2, you can call them cat running, cat if you add later maybe costumes for swimming, cat flying, and so on. So these costumes, we have only 2 of them. Let's check out the sprite library also again once more to see what else do we have here. So this butterfly has animations. It's like some kind of flying animations. Bear walking also. Beetle doesn't have one. Let's add that one to our stage and check out the costumes. Yeah, it's only one sprite, one image, so it doesn't have costumes. So if I want to animate this beetle, this bug, I would have to do it on my own. I will have to do and create my own animations, my own costumes, my own sprites for it, and it will take more time compared to this cat. If I go to cat, I already have this cat animated like running or walking, and I can use that. You will have to use code for that. You will have to use code blocks, and those code blocks are here. Looks for costumes, code blocks are into looks, and you can use next costume and so on and combine them with control events and so on. We have learned that before. I will link those videos in description. So far we just want to check out other ballerina. So for example, it has couple of costumes: Avery walk, Avery arrow, apple it's not animated, it doesn't have costumes and so on. Cake, it has buttons also. So for example, you can see that some of those sprites, some of those images, they have costumes, but they do not move. They change what? They change color or size maybe sometime or something like that. Like buttons, they change colors only. So sometimes you will need that also. So these costumes, I have 2 of those. I have one for black and one for green, and you can use them again combined with code to define some kind of, for example, I can use this button to define one costume is for button which is not clicked, and the other is when the button is clicked. Simple as that. And you add some kind of animation interaction to your game, to your multimedia movie, whatever you make in Scratch that way. But again, it's not moving on the screen like it's changing some kind of movement animation of the look in terms of walking, talking, and so on. No, it only changes the color, but like this ball, like this balloon, and so on. Most of the people are, as you can see, are animated. They have costumes, so that makes sense. Sometimes again you will have to make your own animation. So for example, the diver 1 and diver 2, they don't have any kind of costumes. You will have to create those yourself. Oh, we have the knight here, but it's not in the fantasy. Crazy, we have learned about that in previous video. Anyway, I hoped we have learned something today about Scratch, about costumes. So in short, again, costumes are also images, also sprites, but they are different from static images, from static sprites, in terms of you use them, couple of those in a row, in a sequence when you want to animate something, and to see them you click on the costumes tab here, the costume button, and you can see the costumes for that sprite. You can edit those, change those, create some of your own, and so on. We have learned that, and we will learn that in some of the next and future videos. That's it for today in this video. Thanks for watching. See you in next one. Bye for now.